Okay, so how to create customize XPath? So let's see, we have on this site half.ebay.com. Okay, half.ebay.com is okay, it's an e-commerce site. Okay, they sell number of things. They have different categories like books, music, movies, and games and other systems. So let's see, I want to fill something here in this particular search field. Okay, I want to write something here. Let's say I want to write Java, and I want to select all categories as books, and then I click on go button. So if I have to enter something here in this particular text field, so let's spy this. So if you spy this particular text field, you will see that this XPath is the absolute XPath. Okay, this XPath is not correct. So what happens is that, okay, because ID is not available for this particular input field, ID attribute is not available. So obviously I cannot use ID. I can use name, but let's see, name is also not available sometimes. Then I cannot use maximum length or autocomplete or type, right? And then I should not use this particular XPath also. Although your script will work if you are using by.xpath and copy this XPath and dot send keys, if you are using it will work. But ideally we should not use this XPath. Why? Because this is called absolute XPath. Now what do you mean by absolute XPath? Remember I told you at a time of locators that absolute XPath means this is the complete full address of that particular element from parent node to child node. So if you see that first they have written @id is equal to header search bar. Okay, so it means there is a one form is there where id is equal to header search bar. Then they have one div, then div number two, then div number two. In that div number two they have table, then table, then they have t body, then tr and td number two. Td means second column. So td1 and td2, and inside this td2 they have input field. So this is a risky XPath. Why? Because let's see, tomorrow this search field shifted from here to here, from left to right. So obviously this td will become 5 or 6. Div will be changed, right? Let's see, this search field has been shifted from here to, okay, little bit down. Then in that case again div 2 will become div 5 or div 3 or div 6, whatever, right? So we should not use this absolute XPath, right? If in between any path is getting changed, or any attribute or any element is getting changed, or any node is getting changed, then your XPath will be disturbed. So you should not use these kind of XPath. Okay, so what is the solution? The solution is, so let's create a class, and my class name is, let's see, custom XPath. Okay, select the main method and click on finish. You able to hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Naveen, one question like, how will we come to know that it's not a valid XPath every time?
But this is coming like this, right? If you spy this books attribute, I mean books element, then this is not
Mm-hmm.
absolute XPath. It's clearly written @id equal to m.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this I can use that. It's not coming in the form of hierarchy that slash div slash tr slash tbody slash
Mm-hmm.
table or something like that. But for some fields where id is not available or some other attributes are not available, in that case it will give you this particular XPath. We should not use this, right? This is hierarchy based XPath. Can you see that slash div to table tbody
Yes.
and all? We should not.
And it should have ID in that input uh, below. Also, it should have ID, right?
Yeah,
For a valid XPath.
if id is available, then it will give you @id. It will give you relative XPath, the proper XPath.
Okay.
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 But sometimes it's not compulsory that ID is always there,
Yes.
right? So we should not use this particular XPath. Now, then what is the solution? So currently in this case, I can use by.name. So let's see, name is also not available sometimes, right? Let's say name is also not available. Then we cannot use this also. We don't have ID also, and we don't have name also. Then in that case, we have to create our own XPath. So how to create? So first, okay. So let's take this thing. We'll copy, delete all cookies, page load timeout, and everything. Remember yesterday I explained you all these things. So this is a good practice to define all these things. And then half.ebay.com. Okay, so we do one thing. Let's launch half.ebay.com immediately after that. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to enter something here in this particular text field. So I'll use customize XPath. So simple driver dot find element by dot XPath. Okay, and obviously XPath I have to use, but I have to write my own XPath now. So how to write? So always remember XPath should start with double slash. So I'll put double slash like this. Okay, and then first I'll check what exactly I'll spy that particular element and what is the HTML tag. The HTML tag is input, right? So I'll write input over here. Okay, input, and then I'll write these two brackets, okay, square brackets, and after that I'll check what are different properties are available. So one property is there, that is class property. So I'll use class property. How to use class property? Like this, at the rate class, okay, is equal to, and in single quotes we have to give the class property value. The value is this AC text box. So I'll write AC text box, right? So this will become my customized XPath. I'll repeat, it's very simple. Put first of all double slash, because we know that it should start with XPath should start with double slash. Then what is the name of that particular, what is the HTML tag of that particular element? So tag is input tag, and then what exactly the attribute you are going to use. So let's say class is available, so I'm going to use the attribute with at the rate. So at the rate class is equal to AC text box. So at the rate class is equal to AC text box, and that's it. And now what exactly you want to enter? Same concept, send keys, and send keys is, let's see, I want to enter Java, right? So let's see this particular, I have created my own XPath. So this particular with XPath, okay, it's working or not, it's entering Java or not. Okay, so let's run it. So if you see, Google Chrome is getting launched. See, it's entering Java, right? So my XPath is absolutely working fine. Okay, so there is one more way of creating the customized XPath. Let's see, I want to use some other attribute instead of class. So simple, I'll write like this again, driver dot find element by dot XPath. I know that double slash, what is the input, what is the HTML tag? Input. Okay, and then I can use some other property also. I can use name property also. Let's see, name is available, and I don't want to use by dot name, so you can use name property. Name is query, so you can use like this, at the rate name is equal to, make sure you are writing the value in single quotes, this is the name, and that's it, dot send keys. Let's see, I'm writing Java. So either you can use class or you can use name also, at the rate name, like this. Okay, so let's see, I'm commenting this line. I'm trying with @name. Okay, so let's run it. Okay, so with name also it's entering Java. So we can use @name also. Okay, now we have one more way to do that. Driver dot find element by dot XPath, and we know that XPath should start with double slash. So double slash, what is a HTML tag? HTML tag is input, square bracket, square bracket. Then there is a function in XPath library. That function name is called contains. Okay, so we can use contains like this, and contains the function. So we should write bracket like this. Contains what? It contains class. Okay, so it contains @class. Make sure if you're using contains, you should not use equal to like this. You should use comma. See, you have to remember, okay, these syntaxes. If you're using contains, you have to use with attribute class comma instead of equal to. Okay, you have to use comma. And what exactly the value of class? The class value is AC text box. AC text box and dot send keys, and send keys is Java. Okay, so this is contains function. Input, which contains what? It contains class. The class value is AC text box. So you can use contains is very powerful. So you can use this particular thing also. Sometime what happens? So first let's see this is working or not with contains. So let's run it. It's launching the URL and see it's entering Java over here. So with contains also, XPath contains also, it is working. So you can use contains also. Now when to use contains? See, contains is very important. See, sometimes what happens? Let's see, ID is available. Okay, so they have given ID is equal to, let's see, test underscore 123. Okay, this is the ID. So you will say that, okay, Naveen, I'll use by.id, and this is my ID, test underscore 123. You can use by.id and then use test underscore 123 ID, something like this. But if you refresh the page or if you run the script again, now the next time ID is coming like this, ID is equal to test underscore 456, then it will be a problem. Or you have written your script by.id test underscore 123, but next time if you are executing your test cases, okay, on the UI, ID is for that particular element is becoming now test underscore 456 for the same element. Okay, if you close the browser and open it again, now the ID becomes ID is equal to test underscore, let's see, 789. So every time ID is so dynamic in nature that sometime it's giving test underscore 123, sometime it's giving test underscore 456, sometime it's giving test underscore 789. So after underscore, some number is, okay, getting changed every time, right? So obviously you are not going to change your script. We have written our script with test underscore 123. So you are not going to change your script again and again, right? So what is the solution for that? So if the ID is coming like that, this is called dynamic ID. Okay, this is a concept of dynamic ID. The ID is not constant. Every time it's getting changed. Okay, every time when you refresh the page or you load the page or you open the page again, every time ID is getting changed, right? So how to solve this problem? To solve this problem, we have contains. So what we have to use, see, let's see if I want to use this particular ID attribute. So simple driver dot find element by dot, I'll use XPath. Okay, fine. And I know that, let's see, this is input field. Okay, what is the HTML tag? Input tag. And I'll write double slash input Okay, contains. Okay, contains is a function. I'm going to use @id, comma, I'll use only test underscore. That's it. Okay, and let's see whatever you want to fill. Send keys. I want to enter send key. Let's see test. Okay, so you can use like this. Contains, it can be used like input contains @id. It means find a particular input which contains id is like this, test underscore. Okay, so it will ignore that dynamic part 1 2 3 or 4 5 6 or 7 8 9. It will ignore this particular part. Okay, so we can use contains like this is to handle the dynamic IDs like this. And it's a very famous interview question, guys. How will you handle dynamic IDs? They will give you example like, okay, sometime ID is test underscore 1 2 3, next time it will be test underscore some other number, or test underscore 4 5 6 or 7 8 9. So how will you handle it? Right, guys, please be on mute. So if you want to handle, you have to use contains function. Now apart from contains, we have one more very important function to handle the dynamic ID. We can use driver dot find element by dot XPath. And XPath, I know that starting with double slash, I'll write input. Okay, make sure guys you are not doing any spelling mistake. Input square bracket. We have one more method. That method is called starts with. Starts with is the method. Okay, starts with what? Start with @id, comma, test underscore. This is again very important. You can use send keys, and let's see send keys is test. Okay, now see what is the starts with. Start, just like contains, we have start. Contains means a particular input, a particular ID contains test underscore. Starts with means this is again another function. Starts with, it means a ID, an ID is there which is starting with test underscore. So this is more appropriate, okay, to handle these kind of scenarios. So we have to find out one input field where the ID is starting with test underscore, and whatever the after underscore whatever is coming like 1 2 3 4 5 6 or any random number, we don't care about it. Okay, so those things will be ignored. So we can use either of them. Okay, either it contains this or it contains, or starting with, starting means this first letter is starting with, the first word is starting with test underscore, like this. Sometime you are getting ID like this. Let's see, ID is equal to some very long ID. Let's see, underscore test underscore 789 underscore something like this. This is very weird ID, right? And every time this number is getting changed. Okay, next time it will be, let's see, 1 2 3 4. So you can use like this. Input starts with this test underscore, like this. You can use, so you can ignore that particular part, right? Sometime you are getting, let's see, ID is equal to test, or maybe something like this, 1 2 3 4 underscore test underscore t. Okay, and if you refresh the page again, ID will become like this, 2 3 4 5 6 underscore test underscore t. Next time if you write like this, it's coming like this, 6 7 8 9 underscore test underscore t. So we know that there is a pattern. The pattern is every time is starting with some number, and then this part is constant, underscore test underscore t, again some number, and it's the pattern is constant, underscore test underscore t, right? So here in this case we cannot use a starts with. Okay, in these three cases we cannot use a starts with, because if you are using a starts with something like this, underscore test underscore t, it will not work because it's not starting with underscore test, right? So either we can use contains, or we can use one more method, that is driver dot find element by dot XPath, and we know that XPath should start with double slash. We will write input, and we have one method ends with. Okay, ends with what? Ends with @ID, comma. We have to check a particular ID which is ending with underscore test underscore t, right? And use
It's similar to the string functions which we use, right? We use that string format
yeah,
many
because
times.
all these are
Similarly
string
to
formats. Okay, we are
yes.
giving one function that find a particular ID which is starting with test underscore, find a particular ID which is ending with underscore test underscore, something like that. So we are checking what exactly the pattern of that particular element. Okay, and then on the basis of that we will choose contains or starts with or ends with. Okay, so these three very powerful functions, okay, methods are available in XPath. Most of the time we will be using, okay, XPath contains function. Okay, so these three examples of, I would say here, this is a good practice to use starts with. Okay, this is, sorry, start with, this is for ends with, right? This is for starts with, this is for ends with. Okay, so we know that the pattern is test underscore test underscore test underscore is starting with some common name. So this will become starts with. We have to use starts with, and we know that it's ending with test underscore test underscore test underscore t. So we can use ends with. Okay, so like that you have to decide, but it's not the case always that you have to use, but this is very powerful. So although these fields are not available in half.eb.com, so I'm just commenting these three lines. Okay, but make sure this is very important. Now I'll give you one more example. Let's see. I have to click on my account, so I'll spy this. Okay, so I cannot use again this XPath. Again, it's coming in the hierarchy form slash tbody slash tr slash td1 slash a. Number of slashes are there, so I won't use it, right? And there is no ID also, there is no name, nothing is there, so we have only link text. So I can use link text. My account link text is available, right? But I don't want to use by.link text also. So in that case, how to create your own XPath for clicking on a link, especially for link. I want to click on my account. So driver dot find element. See, everything is all about XPath. We're discussing everything all about XPath today. Okay, how to create different types of XPath for links, for fields and other fields, right? So by dot XPath, and I know that XPath should start with double slash. First, I'll check what is the HTML tag. What is the HTML tag? HTML tag is, I'll spy this my account link, and HTML tag is A. Okay, and see, always remember, all the links are represented by a HTML tag. Okay, so I'll write this particular note. If represented by a tag, I would say a HTML tag. Okay, so whenever you see any link, the HTML tag will be a. Okay, for links. So I know that XPath should start with double slash, so I'll write a, right, and then square bracket. Okay, and then I'll use contains function. So a contains what? Contains is a function, so I'll use these two small bracket because this is a function. And A contains what? A contains, we have another method. Inside the contains, we can use text function. Again, it is a function. Okay, see, don't worry about the syntax. You have to practice, then only you will get to know about the syntax. Okay, so I'll repeat. A contains what? Text. And what is a text? Text is comma. This is a text. My account, M capital, A capital. My account is a text. And dot, we have to, this is a link, so we have to click on it, dot click. So this is again customize XPath. See, I'll repeat. /A, because A is the HTML tag, and a square bracket, and I'll use contains. In contains, what exactly the two parameters we have to pass. This is, what is a text? Text is again a function. Okay, so you don't use @text. Use text as a function. Text comma, what exactly the text it carries. The text is my account, and then dot click. Okay, so let's see it is working or not. It's clicking on my account or not. It's entering Java, and then it's clicking on my account. See, it's coming on this page, my account page. Right? So this is how we use customize XPath for links. Right? So let's see, I want to use now for all the links it will work. Let's see, for sell my stuff. So I know that, okay, sell my stuff is there. So I can use buy.link text. See, it's not compulsory to use customize XPath always. I'm just giving you an example. If you want to use customize XPath are very powerful, are very fast as compared to absolute XPath. Okay, so this is called absolute XPath. See guys, we should not use these kind of XPath. This is called absolute XPath. Now I'll see the same XPath. This is called absolute XPath. Absolute XPath. Now see the XPath difference. This is the XPath, div number 2, table. Okay, so then one form field is there where ID is equal to this. This is a parent, okay, node, and then we have another div section. Under that div section, we have go to second div, and then go to the table, then t body, then tr, then second column td2, and then input field is available. Let's see in between, if the developer they remove this particular div2, your XPath is gone, right? You won't be able to debug what is the problem. Then again you have to change the XPath. So that is a big problem. We should avoid the changes in a script in the form of XPaths or locators and all. So we should make it very generic. Whenever you are creating any script or any framework, make sure that you are creating a script very generic. Minimal changes you have to do in future in your script. So you have to write a very reliable and a robust XPath and script, so that generic script you should write. Okay, you should not use these kind of XPath. This is totally not recommended. Okay, so absolute XPath, not recommended. Sometimes we have to use absolute XPath, we don't have any choice. In that case, 0.1% chances are there that we have to use absolute XPath. We should avoid to use absolute XPath. Although it will work, today it will work, but there is no guarantee that tomorrow it will work or not. Okay, now you can see the difference. This is called a customized XPath. Okay, this is called a customized XPath. So we should always use customize XPath. Now what is the major difference? Another difference is performance of the script. This XPath will be very slow. First it will go to this particular parent node, then it will check, okay, div, then div2, then table, then tbody, then tr, then second td, then input. Then it will try to enter Java. Okay, so let's see the similar kind of XPath you are using 100 times. Okay, so your script will become very slow. So we should avoid these absolute XPath. Here the advantage is it will be very fast because it will immediately attack that, okay, wait, what exactly I have to find one input field which contains @class, which is AC text box. So immediately it will try to enter the Java, whatever the value you are passing. Okay, so we should not use absolute XPath. So what are the disadvantages of absolute XPath? The first disadvantage is performance issue. Second is not reliable. Okay. Third is can be changed at any time in future. I'm just writing simple notes so that you can prepare for interview. Okay, it can be changed at any time. Okay, in future. Okay, so obviously we should not use this. We should use customize XPath. So what are the advantages of customize XPath? The customized advantage is that very fast, syntax is very simple. Okay, the performance issues are not there, and it's unique, it's generic. Okay, same thing to handle the dynamic IDs also, or dynamic properties are there. In that case we can use these three functions: contains, starts with, and end with. What exactly the pattern? On the basis of pattern we have to use that. For links also we can use text function. For links also we can use text function like that. Okay, any doubt? Okay, so this is called customize XPath. So you can pick any example and you can practice with customize XPath. Okay, so one more topic I'm going to cover today, very important topic. What is driver.FindElements? Okay, so let's see, if I ask you one interview question that this half.ebay.com, okay, on this particular page, how will you count, how will you get to know that, okay, how many links are available on this page? Give me the count of total links using Selenium script. Give me the total number of links, how many links are available, or give me the total number of links as well as give me the text of all the links. How will you do that? Because there are so many links. See, there are so many links are available, right? There are, all these are links. Okay, I have to give the, see, all these footer links are available. Okay, there are number of links. So how will you get to know that how many links are available on this particular page, and give me the text of each and every link? So how will you do that? It's a very famous interview question in Selenium, and sometimes you have to use in your actual projects also. So how to do that? So let's do it. Okay, so I'll use this thing, copy this entire basic stuff, some initial part, right? And okay, so I have launched half.ebay.com. So half.ebay.com I have launched, and now what I have to do, I have to, my target is get the count of links on the page. This is my first target, and second thing is get the text of each link on the page. So these are my two targets. So how to do that? First, get the total count. I would write total count. Get the total count of links on the page. So we have one method, driver dot find elements, not find element, find elements. Okay, we have to use driver.findElements. Okay, because we have to deal with number of elements now. So driver.findElements by dot what? By dot we have one method tag name, by dot tag name, and we know that tag name is what? HTML tag name, and we know that if you want to find out links, total number of links, in that case we know that all the links should start with A. So I'll write tag name A. Okay, so we have this method driver.findElements by dot tag name A and semicolon. So with driver.findElements we don't use any dot click or dot send keys, nothing. Okay, so driver.findElements is the method. Okay, by using what? By using tag name, and we know that all the links are represented by A tag, so I'll use A. Right, so this particular method, see if you mouse over, this particular method will give you one list, a list of web element. So in the left hand side, what I'll write, list of web element, and let's see the object name I'm creating, let's see, link list. Okay, I'll repeat, don't be confused. Driver.findElements by dot tag name is the method, and A is HTML tag. Why I'm writing A here? Because I have to find all the links, and I know that links are represented by A tag. Remember here, all the links are represented by A tag, right? So we know that all the links are represented by A HTML tag. So obviously I'll use by dot tag name A. So what exactly it will do? It's saying, driver, please give me all the elements which are having tag name is equal to A, right? And this driver.findElements will give you all the links in this particular linked list object. And what kind of object it is? It is list type of object which is having all the web element. Okay, so this is a syntax you have to remember. Okay, so list is available in Java, so we will import it from java.util. Web element, obviously it's a class available in Selenium, so we will import it from Selenium. So whenever you are using driver.findElements, okay, then in the left hand side you have to use list of web element, because the written type of FindElements will give you list of web element. Okay, and just create any object name. Let's say I'm giving object name linked list. You can give any name, list or links or ABCD or whatever the name you want to give. Okay, so this list object will be having all the counts, all the links in this particular object. Now, simple. Remember array list? You can refer my session for array list. You can refer those that particular session for array list. This is same array list. So if you want to get the size of array list, so now how to get the size of linked list? The size of linked list is, let's say I want to print system.out.println linked list dot size. Simple. System.out.println linked list dot size. So all the number of all the A tags will be stored in this particular linked list, and then I'm giving linked list dot size. So it will give you total number of links are available on that particular page. So if you run this page, let's run it. Executable. Oh, we haven't copied that part. System.setProperty. Okay, now let's run this. Okay, so it's launching half.ebay.com, and then it will give you the total number of links are there. 185 total links are there. Okay, so guys, it's very famous interview question. They will ask you how many links are there, how many buttons are there, how many input fields are there. So let's see, if you want to count how many input fields are there, you will write input over here. we know that all the input fields are represented by input HTML tag, right? If you want to see that how many buttons are there, so we know that, okay, sometimes buttons are starting with button in HTML tag. So how many, it will give you a total number of buttons on this particular page. Okay, but most of the time they will ask you how many links are there. So we know that links are starting with a HTML tag, and we are using by.tag name, right? And then we are printing the size, linked list dot size. So there are 185 fields are there, 185 links are there. Okay, 185 fields links are there on this particular page. Some links are visible, some links are hidden on the page, but total number of links are 185. Now the first target is completed, total number of counts. Now get the text of each link available on the page. So how to iterate any array list? Remember array or array list? How to print all the values of array or array list? We have to use for loop, right? So to print all the text and everything, we have to use for loop. So I'll start my for loop. For int I is equal to 0. I know that index will start from 0 in list object, and then I less than the size of that particular linked list dot size, and then I plus plus, right? I equal to 0, I less than, what is the size? Size is 185. So it will, my loop will start from 0 to up to 185, and then I plus plus. So instead of writing 185 directly, I would use dot size method directly, linked list dot size, right? Better to use dot size, because tomorrow let's see 4 or 5 more links are available, then the size will be 190. Okay, so I equal to 0, linked list dot size, and I plus plus. Now what I'll do, I have to print the value of each and every text. So what I'll do, we have this method. First, I know that linked list dot get method is there. So we know that how to get the value from array, or okay, from array list. Remember dot get method. To add the values, we have dot add method. To get the values, we have dot get method. So dot get I. So first time I will be 0. So I equal to 0, linked list dot get 0. So it will point to that particular first link. Okay, first link available in the object. So there is an object where 185 links are there. So we will, starting from the loop, I equal to 0, get 0. Okay, and from that particular, now it will point to the first link. Now what exactly we want from that link? We want, give me the text. What is your text name? So we have one method, get text name method is there. Okay, linked list. Okay, this is the object name dot get I. Why I'm using get? Because we know that for list object we have to use get method to get the respective values. Okay, so linked list dot get I is equal to 0, I equal to first time 0. So it will point to the first link out of 185 links, and then give me the text. So dot get text, and I know that dot get text will give you one string, so I'll store in some string variable. Let's say string link text is equal to this, right? And then I'll print it, system.out.println, I'll print link text. Okay, so whatever text is available, it will give this particular text in this variable. I'm printing it. Next time I equal to 1, now it's pointing to second link, get 1, and give me the text. So let's see, the first element is this, first link is this, it will give you my account. Second is wish list. Okay, so this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's see if any other links are there. Then this is 6, 7, 8, like this, 9, 10, 11, or whatever. Okay, like this it will count one by one and then get the text for each and every element. So let's run it, and then we'll see what exactly it's printing. So I'm maximizing my console, and we'll see, and see, it will start printing 180. Now 187 links are there, and see, it's printing all the text. You can see that on the console. right? So earlier it was 185. Now see, immediately it becomes 187. So you never know that sometime number of links are getting increased or dropped, right? So 187 links are there, but you will see some blank. It's printing some blank numbers. Why? So there are some links. See, there are some links which doesn't have any text. Those are blank links. Okay, you won't be able to see on this page, but developers, they have written some a tag. They have created some HTML tag which is equivalent to a, but they don't have any text. So but it's still printing. It's printing blank text. Out of 187, some fields are there, some links are there which are having blank text. Okay, now then it will start the actual thing, that my account, wish list, sell my stuff, help. See, my account, wish list, sell my stuff, help, eBay home, and sign in. eBay home, okay, and then sign in, then register, and then all the book names. How to read literature like a professor. So starting from something, I don't know from where is it starting. Where is that book name? How to read. So okay, maybe somewhere in the background it's there, and then okay, and 50 Shades of Trilogy, and then Jorg and George R.R. Martin and Hunger Games and all. So all these coming from here. Okay, there is no sequence, but it will print all the things from here. See, from here it's printing. This is also a link. How to read literature like a professor. 50 Shades Trilogy. George R.R. Martin. See, it's printing all the values over here. George R.R. Martin and all. Okay, and then it will print some footer links. You can see that user agreement, privacy policy, announcement, why eBay, shops, games. See, it's printing from here. Shops, why eBay, announcement, right? It's printing home, books, textbooks, music. It's printing home, books, textbook, music, movies, games, shops, movie, music, movies, games, right? So all the links, okay, it's printing on the console. There are some blank links which doesn't have any text. In that case, it will give you the blank output, blank. Okay, so there are total number of 187 links are available. And see, this will work for any website. You can open facebook.com or open any other site. Okay, so let's see, I'm trying with facebook.com. Okay, so facebook.com, it will open Facebook, and then it will find out how many links are available on the Facebook first page, and then let's run it. So it's opening Google Chrome, entering facebook.com, and see, it's giving total number of links on C. Total number of links are available on Facebook. 54 links are there on the Facebook homepage, and it's printing all the links. So see, you will see Facebook forgotten pass account. Why do I need to provide my date of birth? See, why do I need to my date of birth? Okay, forgotten account. All the links, create page, and see all these links. All these are links. English, Marathi, Hindi, blah blah blah, Punjabi, and all those stuff. Okay, all the links are coming. See, all the language links are coming over here. Okay, all the footer links are coming over here. From sign up, messenger, Facebook Lite, mobile, sign up, login, messenger, Facebook Lite, mobile. All the links are there. So total number of links on Facebook are 54 links are there. Right? So it's a very famous interview question, very important concept also. How to use by.tag name with driver.FindElements method is there. Okay, so the second target is also achieved, that get the text of each link on the page. So first, total number of links. Second thing is get the text of each link on the page. That's it. Very simple. Okay, so that's all for today. Any doubts?